Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of Columbia Space Initiative Terminal Ultimus. And in previous episode we did capture Houston. We did have a bit of problems there. Between the episodes I've captured a bit more land here, defend the area. I did also push a bit further north. So today we'll be going towards Dallas. We got a decent bit of infantry in here plus some tanks. We got quite a bit of troops underway. It should be mostly in Mexico, I reckon. Some might still be in, yeah, there's a little bit in Central America as well. I've also gotten some more ships from Europe, so we got quite a group of ships over here gathering up. Mostly escorts and all that sort of stuff. I think we'll try to wrestle the control of the seas down here, at least the Gulf of Mexico and all that. So that's going to allow us to then expand a lot more, and we can then, you know, transport troops from Colombia all the way to New Orleans or something like that, or even Florida, if need be. And that way we can then maybe save a little bit of time. Not necessarily a massive amount of time, but yeah, it's a bit of a shortcut anyway. But I think what we'll do is we'll start with the attack down here, then unpause. We've gotten a few more techs in with the episode, but not too much. A lot of the things are now very time consuming, especially since our efficiency is rather low. Nope, and here comes the... Oh right, we don't have anti-aircraft guns here, do we? No, we don't. Okay, we got some over here. We could probably get at least one of them over to help with the... you know what, I'll get these two over here as well, because there's going to be plenty of aircraft from that base. Now, it does take a while for them to reach into combat each time. But they are still there, and they are probably going to be a problem. Let's go ahead and get the industrial complex down here. We'll probably send the tanks in first. And then we got another group over here that could probably take... Actually, two groups over here that can take Huntsville. So that should be good. Well, I'm making a little bit of money. I did start building a lot more, or a fair bit more of consumer goods factories again, so that was a bit of a extra cost, but we're now recuperating some of the money at least. I mean, basically, other than a few things, we are trying to produce as little extra as possible. Actually, we might be able to start selling a bit more of the rubber once more, so I'm going to increase the capacity to 40%. Mostly because it's still going to be sold, more or less. We can probably get the troops to blockade that. And we can destroy or capture the gas fields there. The primary idea is that we can stop them from using the railway, so the reinforcements that they might be sending are going to take more time to arrive. Okay, there we go. We got the anti-aircraft guns. I actually got another one down here. And there's more infantry arriving. Good. Right. Fort Worth is probably going to be the first major city today, so let's get started over here, shall we? Get the infantry in closer. We do have some... Ooh, actually the artillery is not firing right now. Let's go ahead and get you down there. A little bit closer, and then these three can probably go along the railway. Another tank. Probably need to shuffle some of the tanks around soon enough, but now that the infantry arrived, we should be able to defeat that garrison without too much hassle. And have we gotten... Yes, we've gotten more infantry down here. It's the warrior elites, which are not quite as good as the elite infantry, or the elite forces at level 2, but they still do their work fairly well. Alright, let's switch out the tanks there. How bad is the supply situation here? Combat time 5 out of 8. Okay, we'll need to give them a few hours probably before we attack. But we could probably use them to cycle around here. Or like from the southwest towards Fort Worth. And then in the meanwhile, these two can probably move in to attack that. Okay, so there's a bit of combat there. We do have plenty of, or at least some replacement infantry if need be. Oh, there's a lot of submarine... Oh, right. There's an enemy submarine there. Can we sink it? Not by the looks of it. did a lot of damage on it, but we didn't quite sink it. Right, how about you go back to get some repairs? At least we cleared off that one. There seem to be... Oh, is that... Oh, that's a garrison that's been hit. Or rather, it probably hasn't been replenishing for all that long. We lost a lot of it territory. We do have some infantry over here that we can utilize in another attack as well. So let's move those in position. And we'll have a look at here. There we go. We destroyed the garrison here. We'll probably move the tanks down there, and then the infantry can start moving towards the industrial areas over there. I'm going to move the elite force down, or some of these troops back. We can send in some Green Berets to be as a replacement. Oh, they are sending in tanks, I reckon. Question is, where exactly are they? Oh, yeah, they're heading down here. Let's switch the infantry around with the tanks. So we'll have the firepower to actually push them out. Oh, and the latest Green Beret wasn't... No, it wasn't that one. Okay, I'll just wait for a few moments then. Okay, so you need to pull back. The Warrior Elite should be pulling back already. There we go. With the help of artillery, we seem to be doing fine. Oh, I think I heard something be destroyed. Oh, it might be that artillery, actually. Okay, well, it's... So it didn't actually destroy anything, just firing. Also, down here, we can probably start attacking a little bit towards Port Arthur. Oh, yeah, those are going fairly well. Right. Let's go ahead and send the infantry down there. We should have the artillery support still for these battles, so it should be fine. We can move in there to destroy the garrison in here and get more oil fields. Oh, there's Canadian champions here. Oh no, are we gonna have to fight Canadians now? I certainly hope not. They're one of the few large nations that we can still trade with. Okay, let's send the tanks there. It's not a guarantee that they'll be firing on the correct garrison, but if they are, then they should help quite significantly. You know what, we can also move in infantry to attack Arlington. And these can probably be moved out a little bit. Infantry can move in there, these can move in here. How about you move there and you move there? Got about $2 billion. That Green Beret unit needs to pull back. I'm gonna have to pull most of these to be repaired over there, don't I? Well, some of them anyway. Got some warrior elites. We can probably send them all the way to the front line now. You need to go in there to assist in the combat. And are you pulling back? You should be. Yeah, you are. Very slowly, guys. Okay, I'm gonna send you to be repaired. You probably need to be repaired as well. Do we have any replacement tanks? We do actually have quite a few in here, so let's send them towards Dallas. I'm gonna entrench them over there. They're a little bit off to the side, so I can just pick up replacements from there. They have a decent speed, so it shouldn't be a problem. We lost a unit. Oh, right, I wasn't paying attention here. Okay, well, that's one tank, but now the infantry has arrived, so we should be able to destroy the garrison. At least I very much hope so. I mean, that is quite a significant amount of garrison there. Soon those will go down, and then we have a bit more infantry over here. We probably keep them over there for the time being. Shuffle them around at some point. Right, we got the infantry helping there. You can go into Fort Worth now. You go ahead and get some repairs. We got another warrior elite over here that we can send to Fort Worth. There we go. The garrisons are indeed melting away. Almost at Dallas now. Right, that one can probably go get some repairs. We lost another 2 units. Oh, it's probably around... Oh, no. Okay, well, one of them was here. Okay, you can go to Beaumont and Port Arthur. Well, that is going to be quite a significant amount of garrison there. I think these units need to get some rest before we send them in again to a combat. Although, I suppose I could flank from the south. The infantry is doing fairly well. It's a warrior elite that is taking some damage, but if we send in the tanks now, might be able to destroy that garrison rather quickly, and maybe another one Now, let's have a look. How's the situation here in the north? So, we could probably move in the infantry there. Got some replacement warrior... Oh, and these actually need to pull back. They're not doing all that strong. Although, what I could do is I could send in, what, 7 tanks down here to help kind of clean up that one. And then we got another 2 tanks from here that we can send in for this group. I think I'm going to move in the tanks to the northern side just so that we can protect the railway over there. Prevent enemies from flanking. And I think we need to move in our artillery down over there to get us slightly closer. Move in the anti-aircraft weaponry as well. Let's see, we got the infantry over there. It looks like this infantry group over here is actually doing fairly good job on destroying the enemies in close quarters combat. So I'm rather happy about that. You get to Port Arthur, you can get over there. I think we're going to have to send in... Actually, I'll send in the warrior elite, or elite forces first. And this warrior elite can go back to repair in Houston. Then we probably need to move in the artillery as well, I'd reckon. So let's move it down that way. Let's make sure that we have a garrison over there. We can move in the mechanized units down this way. We can move in the infantry across the lake, or to the other side of the lake there. Right, so we destroyed the garrison here. Let's move in the infantry to attack Irving. Actually, that warrior elite probably needs to go back to repair, so we'll just switch around some troops. You... oh, nope. Not you. You need to get in here. We'll start attacking more and more places. Oh, wow, that is actually quite potent attack from the garrisons there. I suppose since it's not close quarters combat for these units, it's quite difficult. But we can weaken them. We've got some replacements that we can send in. I'll actually send in, well, probably all of them actually, that we have right now. Just gonna wait a few more moments. You need to actually pull back very soon, so I'll start pulling you back already. The elite forces down there need to pull back, so these will be sent to be repaired. I'm going to send you guys into the combat already. And how are you doing here? Right, so that's already retreating. Domestic price of agriculture too high. I know, it's 200%. Although I think I might actually be able to lower that a tiny bit. To make sure that people stay happy and all that. Right, now with the warrior elite reinforcements, well, they are going to be taking a lot of damage. There's no denying that. But I think we might just be able to destroy the garrisons now. Yeah, there we go. Right, so this group can get into the city. That should be fine. We can move in you over there to protect the flank. These are going for repairs. Do we have... no, we don't have any extra infantry over there. We've got a few units down there. And actually, we've got another elite force down here that we can send into San Antonio, which is a nice central location for our current operations. A bit of a hub to gather up the troops. How about we send you to help with the attack from south? If we can destroy the garrison in Lancaster quickly. I'm not going to move into Irving quite yet. Kind of want to destroy this, then I can move... I'll start attacking Dallas, and then after Dallas we can probably take Carlton. Right, so you need to pull back for repairs. Is there any barracks down here? I reckon... doesn't look like there is. Interesting. I mean, we've still got some over here, so it's not that bad of a situation. And we've got another set of tanks over here, which we could actually use for assaulting the area here. And of course, we got this area that we need to clean up as well. But I'd say that we've done pretty good progress so far. Oh, there's some oh, we're being bombarded from there, probably. Okay, let's pull back. Kind of out of the vision. Do we have supplies there? No, we don't. Okay, that's the problem. What I can do is I can maybe move in my artillery slightly closer. Although there's always a risk that the enemy will see us then. Right, I'll send these two to be repaired. I'll take 2 of the elite forces down here, and then we're going to move into Cran Prairie. These units are doing fine. Then once we destroy the garrison in Dallas, we can move in here and then also to Irving. Right, so how many? That is 7 garrisons. That's gonna be quite costly, actually. You know what? I'm gonna move in the tanks first. I'll let them do some firing. Shouldn't be taking too much damage from the enemy, I reckon. And then once they are running out of supplies, we'll move in the infantry. But maybe we can destroy 1 or 2 garrisons at least. Now, of course, these are very inexperienced tanks. Start pulling some of them back already. With the artillery help now, there should be only technically 6 if we need to let them rest for a moment. Which actually might not be a terrible idea. Those are already rather bad in supplies. We'll move in the infantry instead. So now it's only 6. That's going to be a little bit easier for us. Right, so we got another elite force here repaired. I'm just going to move you up north. These 2 need to go and get some repairs. These are going to stay over here for the time being. Okay, the infantry has arrived, and yes, it was a bit less troops at least. There is some mechanized unit arriving though. I think we'll... oh, there's actually multiple ones. Okay, how big of a garrison? That's only 4. We might be able to push in here. We do have supplies in here, right? We do. So that's going to be good. Alright, so that's the infantry moving up north. We don't have any infantry waiting here. No, we actually do. Got through Irving again, but doesn't look like it's that big of a problem right now. But yeah, if we could capture these and hold this area here, we could kind of force them to go around further. So is there a barracks down here somewhere? Not by the looks of it. I mean, I suppose the easiest way to check that would be just select a barracks and where does it line up. So there's one over there, another one over here, 2 over there, another one in Little Rock. Then we need to go into quite a... okay, Roswell. Well, I suppose that makes sense. Okay, that one needs to pull back. I can probably send in at least one of the Green Berets from here to attack Dallas. Just need to shuffle more and more of the troops. Right, these 2 can go get some repairs. These probably need to pull back, actually. The garrison is now down to basically 2 garrison units, or 1.5 or more or less. So we should be fine. We can get into Irving now. Once we get the replacements over here, we can start attacking Mesquite. Not entirely sure if that's even close to how it's pronounced. But we'll just roll with it for the time being. Okay, so advanced artillery is still going to take a long while, and the infantry should be arriving there shortly. There we go, so I think that's going to be fine. Maybe go ahead and try capture Dallas, or try weakening the garrison in there. That's going to be 6 garrisons there, so that's quite a significant amount of troops there. But with some artillery support, we can probably do at least some damage there. There we go. Now, I suppose we could just go into Dallas. It's going to be 2 sets of garrisons though, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. But hopefully, with the troops from south, we should be able to capture it. Right, you'll hold Irving for the time being, and... okay, yeah, those garrisons are melting away. The tanks are actually doing fairly good there, although I reckon it's probably more about the infantry, quite frankly. Right now, anyway. Let's get you up north for now, because there seems to be a lot of enemies approaching from there. You can probably get over there. Garland is slowly falling. I'll send you back to be repaired. Here we have, we got 2 more that have been repaired. Let's move them to Fort Worth. As a matter of fact, Fort Worth might be a place worthy of having a barracks of its own. We'll start building that. Actually, still making decent bit of money. Of course, we basically have no funding for all social spending right now. Like, the tiniest amounts. Law enforcement, of course, is still about 100%, and infrastructure is still relative... Well, actually, I wouldn't say it's good, but it's still quite a bit compared to the rest of the fundings. Then, of course, education and healthcare are basically nothing. Okay, that's another tank there. Right, we destroyed the garrison in Garland. We can probably move into the city here, in Carlton. And hopefully get rid of that enemy tank trying to attack. Of course, since we are in a city, we should be able to hold that without too much issues. Right, I don't think we have the troops to attack that. It's 4 garrisons. You, however, do need to go get some repairs. And do we have any more? Well, we do have this unit here. And that is artillery, probably bombarding there. Do have another elite force over here, which we're going to move north. We did take these. Don't necessarily want to attack further down there quite yet. I kind of want to make sure Dallas is secured first. Which it slowly is going to be. Moving the tanks over there to protect the flank. There we go, and you can protect this. I haven't seen units approaching from here lately, at least, so I think we'll be fine for the time being. More worried about the tanks coming from the north. We didn't actually need to kill the Canadian unit, did we? Not yet, anyway, although I lost track of where it was. I think it was somewhere around here. I don't see it anymore. Alright, so we've got the tank there. I'm going to send you over here. We've got another infantry and another tank. I think we'll send the tanks over here so we can actually start taking the Corsicana. Let's get some infantry protecting here. Just so that the enemy won't be able to push through. Oh, right, and the tanks over here can now start taking the gas field. Should be going relatively quickly, at least. Well, the counterattack did arrive, but that's not going to be doing too much. We actually already destroyed it. I can send you to be repaired. The other two, I think we will send down this way to protect the flank even further, and you can maybe get there. I get opinion 9.4%, so it's slowly still growing. Very slowly, that is. McKinney is going to be our next target. I mean, we destroyed the garrison over there already, so it shouldn't be a problem. Next question is, are we going to go further north? Or are we going to start turning east to the Mississippi region, which would actually be quite useful in terms of getting towards Washington, because we still need to get to Washington anyway. But also we'll probably... Oh, there's the Canadian troop. Oh, right, we got the village over here that we need to actually push through first to get there. Because I'd rather not fight the Canadian troops if I can avoid it. Okay, we've got 3 billion now. So slowly getting money. I'm actually going to increase the project development a little bit, and maybe the efficiency. Maybe just about too much right now, but I think we can manage it for a little bit. Alright, so that's a bit more infantry arriving to the scene. I can probably send these to be repaired as well. One thing that I could do, I could switch these tanks over here and then send the infantry down south. And then with the tanks from the south we can take the town and get some sort of defensive line over here, east of Dallas. I think that's actually going to be a decent option. Naval fuel source. Does that unlock anything? No, it doesn't. Artillery advanced, advanced artillery level 2 is technically going to unlock some artillery units, but not necessarily for us. Because I don't think we can see any new artillery units, at least in the research options. So it's not going to directly unlock them, at least. Somewhere down the line, maybe. Okay, I'm trying to counterattack there, but while we're defending a city, we should be mostly fine. We can probably start setting up some garrisons in here. Actually, you know, I'm going to take the hotspots. Oh, battle zone, right? Oh, Kansas City. Is that? Hold on a minute. Battle zone, Kansas City. It's actually quite a large area. But you know what? I am going to increase the garrisons to max over here anyway. And with that, we are unfortunately out of time for this episode, so we'll probably continue from here more or less directly next episode. But anyway, if you did enjoy this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.